For me, that was always one of those questions. What camera would I give my child? Well, my suggestion would be the YunLone toy camera that I bought from Amazon. And my requirements for this camera before I dove into the dark web to search for one was really only that it would be durable, have a flash, and that it would be able to both film and take photos. Oh, and also maybe the most important requirement, that it would look like a camera. The YunLone camera checked all those boxes and added something extra as well, making it a perfect starter camera for a child that wants to explore the world through the lens. And yes, the YunLone camera is not an amazing camera by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe nothing more than a glorified older vintage phone, to be honest. Knowing that, the specs of this camera is not going to be a surprise, but I will point some of them out in more detail nonetheless. So here it is, the YunLone camera in all its splendor. As you can see here, I'm pressing the shutter button, and this is actually the natural sound of the camera. And also you can see when the flash goes off. On the back side of the camera, as you can see, the button layout is very simple. You have the power button up top, where you switch the camera on and off. You have a menu button below that also works as a film button if you press it twice. Below that, there you have the arrow buttons, where you change photos and go in and out of menus and so forth. If you dive deeper here into this amazing menu, you have a few different settings here to point out. And one would be the photo mode, where you can go into that and change the zoom, for example. Since it's a 24mm to 70 lens, you can zoom out a bit if you need it. Also, you have a flash setting where you switch the flash on and off, and a burst mode, for example. And here, if you go into the photo scene title, you have the typical kind of scenery to help you out when shooting at night or at beach or for nightscape photography and so on. To be honest, we never really tried either of these, and I can't really tell you how much help they are on a simple camera like this. Behind this rubber door here, you have the slot for the memory card, and also where you charge your camera with a USB-C cord. And as we walk around and take a tour of the rest of the camera here, you can see the flash there and the beautiful 24-70 2.8 lens, and how nicely my son has decorated the camera with all the stickers. You have to personalize the camera after all and make it your own, right? And here, by pressing the arrow down, you access the filter menu, something that my son loves to use, and one of those extra features that I was telling about earlier in the video. And the few filters you get to choose from are the black and white filter, the red filter, the green filter, and a purple filter. Like the famous photographer Chase Jarvis once said, the best camera is the one that's with you. And that cliché is right on point when it comes to my son, because he brings his camera everywhere.
Kommer den där båten från Jämtbron och den där stora där borta. Och kommer den här!
What is equally important is that the camera is easy to maneuver, handle and use for a child. And that's very true of this camera as well. Since he has got this camera, he has taken it through all sorts of weather conditions and situations. It's not a fragile camera at all, and you can take comfort in that it won't break easily. The elephant in the room would be the video and image quality of this camera. Yeah, let's not beat around the bush, it's pretty shitty. Pretty bad, to be honest. But the refreshing thing is that my son has never ever looked at his images or the video has filmed and said anything about how bad it is. He's just so happy using the camera. And I do think that maybe there is a lesson for us grown-up photographers to learn from that as well. I would say the favorite ways for my son to use his camera has been taking regular photos like with a regular camera, but also using it as a video log camera. He loves documenting wherever he goes with it. Another thing he likes to do a lot is experimenting with the different filters that came with the camera, that I told you about earlier. But the camera also comes with a bunch of stickers, sort of like a Snapchat filter kind of thing, that you can put on people's heads or around people. That amuses him a lot as well. So to sum up this little review of the YunLone camera, is it the perfect camera? No, not for everyone. Maybe not for all kids, for that matter. But for my son it has been a blast. Easy to bring, easy to use, and durable enough to take a beating that kids can give it. And together with it, he has now created his own beginning in this world we photographers love to travel. Thank you for watching along. And I will end this little review with a short showcase of my son's work. Thank you and bye-bye.